Hello everyone. Before we begin with this episode, just want to say my installation is fucked. Until I got my equipment, I'm gonna be backing up all my files. I gotta be backing up all my files and then reset my installation again using the same Microsoft account that was used in this PC that I am right now. Considering that I fucked up my registry in the first place just because I have to operate my smart screen. I really love smart screen to the very extent of it. I don't think it's not gonna be the case here, so please bear with me while I'm actually in a little bit of a distress at this point because just my PC is fucked, I guess, but still it is operable. I can still operate my PC, but there's 5 limitations to its extent. First of all, I don't have search. Windows key plus S or like 3 gestures or simply just clicking the search box doesn't do anything. 2, I don't have quick contacts. Before the reboot, it was there. The second, after reboots, it was not there anymore. I can't click on it. Third, I don't have smart screen, which is caused by KMS Pico, and I am regretting myself to be using KMS Pico at this point. 4, while downloading insider updates, all those updates crashed, like exited with 409, which means it's gonna be doing with the registry. Which leads to number 5. I don't have internet data at this moment. I don't have any data plans at this very moment, so please bear with me at this very moment, alright? Let's get to what we're doing. The show must go on. Let's go back to this series. Alright. So hello again, my name is Emmanuel Diga. Konnichiwa for those in Japan, apparently. Special greetings to Yoruno Neon and our very own Neon Saisi, by the way. Why do I keep remembering her so often? I was out on Twitter. I already ran out of data, the 4 gig of shit. In the meantime, I was browsing YouTube. Yoruno Neon apparently uploaded another video, which is a continuation to the series of making a voice recognition system AI sort of thing that I did on the last few episodes, last 2. Welcome back to Yoruno Neon Project, a comprehensive series, by the way. In this episode, we're gonna be taking a quick look at this video right here. The actual model, mini model of what's supposed to be in the 3D render of this particular thingamajig in here. So it actually respects this particular thing and not this thing, which I really like in the first place because there's speakers. So what little concerned about all this is that where does the speaker go? I don't even know where the speaker has to go. So that means we're gonna have to guess it was going to be on these little holes on the sides. So they are going to be the placement for those kinds of mini speakers. So let's check on the playlist first because it actually has the playlist of this. And due to YouTube Studio fucking up, we saw duplicates in here. I think we're gonna have to I think they have to figure that out real soon. But right now, let's go ahead to the meat of the video, which is this one right here, and let's see what this has to offer us. So let's go ahead and check this out. Grammar is popping out so often. That's very stupid. That's stupid advertising, and I already hate it. And ML as well, Mobile Legends, has already shows up. Their advertising is shit, and I will not retract that statement. Their advertising is shit. Yeah, to charge. So I'm gonna have to give my little thoughts about this. This mini version of it's really cool. Apparently, it's literally just cool. So I see now where the speaker goes. So let's go ahead do by parts. So this is actually the 3D rendered software 3D model of this particular thingamajig with Yoruno Neon on there. You can see that right there. It actually is full screen. We can actually do that. So here's the test model. So this is actually the test model of this particular thingamajig, and that is really cool. I like that. And also, you can see in the cursor around here about these particular shenanigans over here. Those were actually the placement for the speakers. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. But the problem is the speakers that we already saw on episode 1 and the 3D rendered of it on episode 2 is literally big. it's bigger than it. It's actually this big. So I think they might have to like purchase a speaker that is just little enough. Or, however, and this is actually just a test model. It's like a mini model of the actual model. The actual model will be like subsequently as large, or maybe just perfect enough to fit in those speakers that are in the size as this. So we're actually in some sort of like thinking about what the placement of the speaker would be, because I'm actually concerned in the first place, why does the speaker, the wings of the smart speaker has to be removed, but instead the speaker has to be inside. So that's why I think there are not air vents. I think there are air vents in the first place, but in the end there are actually speakers. They're actually, oh my goodness, that is actually very cool. I like that. So, and of course, what kind of 3D printer they used for this thing? I need to get one of these for my own 3D printing purposes, because I've been making 3D for a lot of things, and one of them is gonna be the rings, because I already have those rings. You're gonna be seeing that later in the video. This actually is the making of the test model for all this. Come on, man! Those saliva, or my saliva is already out of control. But anyway, these are actually like, you know, downwards to upwards. That's actually kind of cool. They must have to kind of find like common ground for like, so there's gonna be like rotation about this So if there's one kind of flat side here, this has to be that way. A lot of trial and error to get that thing going, and also it's literally made of plastic. So, but of course, these are all the parts that I'm gonna be using. This is actually now the final model of the final model of the whole smart speaker thingamajig, which includes Yoruno Neon herself. That is actually kind of cool. Is look at these two things over here. It's actually like at the front design, so they actually simplifies that this is a front. And also those kinds of power shits over here. I think those kinds of button shits over here, I think they were some sort of power button. If you like press on it, it'll activate. So wow. It's actually now the installation of this test model thingamajig involves a few screws, but in the end it's gonna be a whole lot of screws in the final model. So as you can see right here, it's actually a little thingamajig in there, and also they provide a lot of screws in there. They actually purchased a whole lot of screws for this case. So this is actually now the power button in there. As you see, the power button. So this is a power button that's going to be used to activate the smart speaker, or like to power on the smart speaker. I don't know what that is. So yeah, that is actually cool. I love every minute of this. And now there's the light. So there's the final episode. So these two things over here, these actually signifies that this is a front and should be interacted when you're on the front. So it actually has to be face to face. So what if I have in my laptop right now, this is actually a front view, and behind of it is actually a back view. So the cover of it is actually a back view if you lift it like to 90 degrees or so. It actually goes beyond 90 degrees until like, you know, it hits 180 degrees. That's actually kind of cool. Let's check this out. See? So you see this? It's actually 180 degrees. Shit. And I fell off. And I fell it off. But that's fine. As long as nothing is harming, everything should be fine. But yeah. So I think this actually looks good. For a test model like this, I'll give it a thumbs up. 2 thumbs ups, maybe 3 thumbs ups. I don't know. I don't have many hands. But the stars out of 10, I rated 8 out of 10. That is actually very, very cool. Keep up the good work. I love to see the actual model of this, either on YouTube or in IRL. I need to see the actual model of this, which is like bigger of this. So yeah, I think that was it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you all in the next video. And as always, stay safe and see you next time.